Hi guys, I'm Layla, and if you're watching this video, you're probably an artist or you want to be. So I'm gonna talk about my own art journey and how my art changed from this to this. So I started charcoal drawing almost 2 years ago, and I didn't even know how to hold a brush back then. So if you're starting from scratch and you don't know anything about art and different styles, just start it, because the most important step is the first one. And if you're gonna learn an art style and you don't know which one is the best for you, just give it a shot and try one, and then you're gonna realize whether you like it or not, and you haven't lost anything. I'm gonna be honest with you, your first couple of drawings are going to be terrible. So be consistent and confident with your art. What I mean by consistent is that you should at least try to draw 1 hour a day to be improving, and how fast your art is improving, it depends on how much effort and time you're putting on. I think that there's no end in drawings and art, so you have to always learn new things, and it's just really fun. And don't try to get professional as fast as you can, and don't always think about how the outcome of your art and your drawing would be, and just enjoy the journey, because if you draw regularly and consistently, you're gonna be a professional without even realizing it, you know? This is what I told myself a couple of months ago, that is, don't be too dependent on your art professor, because trust me, I was too dependent that I was going to art class for almost 2 years and I was too scared to draw alone. And I was like, can you sketch this for me? Can you see my art if it's perfect? If I do this, is this gonna be perfect enough or not? And I was too scared to bring my art and my artwork home and try to do it alone. But after a couple of months, I was like, this is enough. I have to bring my art home and try to do them alone. If you don't want to try to draw alone or ruin some of your artworks alone, you're not gonna learn anything, because you're too dependent to someone else's drawings. And when you're too dependent to someone else, you're gonna know that if you're making any mistakes, someone else is going to make it right for you. And like I said, your first couple of drawings that you do alone are gonna be ruined. But that's alright until you realize that you're a confident and independent artist. And if you're planning to learn online with YouTube videos or what else, if you're consistent, you can also be an artist with these kind of things. I was going to art classes, but I can confidently say that I learned a lot from the internet. Don't compare your art with others, because these days if you search online, you can see a lot of great artists with a lot of followers, and it's just great, right? But they also have some days struggling with their arts, or the fact that they also mess up at drawing and they're not gonna post about a ruined drawing, right? All the artworks you see in your For You page or your Instagram feed are those perfect and flawless drawings. They're not gonna post about a drawing that is ruined and it's just ew. I know that every single artist, and they also know that the key point to be an artist is to be patient and trust the process with your artworks, because your artworks are gonna look terrible and absolute garbage on the first layer, because mine looks horrible. And you should take your time and add more layers to it, then it's gonna get better. My professor always told me that you shouldn't be perfect to start that big size drawing. You should start that big size drawing, then you're gonna realize that, oh, you have problems here, and then you're gonna solve them. If you're too scared to start that big size drawing, you're never gonna understand that you have problems there and problems there. And the other thing that my professor has always told me is that don't buy oversized priced materials at first, or never. Because like, for example, you're gonna start an artist site, you don't know anything about it, and you're gonna buy those really overpriced brushes or everything, materials and whatever, and you start the drawings and you're like, I don't like this artist style. So what are you gonna do with those overpriced brushes? I've seen a lot of people that they're like too excited to start the drawings, and when they do it for over and over again, they're gonna figure out that they don't like it and they have bought a lot of things. I mean, if you have the budget, go for it. You can do whatever you want and buy whatever you wish. But like those simple low priced materials are also gonna do the job. And if you bought those expensive materials and your art still kind of sucks, it's a you problem, and you have to improve your art skills, and it's not about the materials. If you watch my time-lapse videos, I'm still using Canon for the background color, and I have these brushes from the very beginning of my art journey, like 2 years ago, and I'm still gonna use them. Of course, every artist loves to buy new things and new materials, but as you keep going forward, you can supply yourself. If you're struggling with thinking of a new sketch or idea, feel free to use references and don't try to limit yourself and your art, because like I think there's no limitation in art as long as you enjoy it and you have a perfect and peaceful job or hobby. And if you're struggling with art block or you're not in the mood of drawing, don't push yourself too hard to draw something perfect, because you're gonna get burned out. Thank you guys for watching this video, and if you have any question about art and charcoal drawing, ask me in the comments and like this video please. Thank you, goodbye!